What's up, and welcome back to the House of Tarot Tallahassee. I'm Kay Dodge. Today's segment, we're talking about the rising signs. So, the rising signs, this is if you have the information, time, date, location of your birth, right? So, this isn't your sun sign, this isn't your moon, your Mercury, your Mars, this is your rising. Your rising sign allows us to see the chart ruler, what is ruling over your chart. So if you have a Sag rising, a Gemini rising, a Capricorn rising, a Cancer rising, these are the signs, or that particular sign is what is ruling over your chart. This video is about Gemini rising. So we go splash and splish the information. We're gonna pick it up and put it down. Gemini, we're gonna give it to them. We got to give it to them. Gemini rises. We must show up. We must show up. So, with that being said, if you have your time, your date, your location, if you've already plugged that information into somebody's natal chart, into somebody's form somewhere, and you have gotten your information back and it told you it was a Gemini rising, this video is for you. Share this information with your other Gemini rising friends. Be dueling this thing. Share it to a girl, share it to a boy, share it to a boy, share it to a girl, share it to an auntie, share it to a cousin, share it to an uncle, share it to a brother. Share this shit. Okay, Gemini rising, because I know, y'all got the game on the networking, just like Aquarius, just like Libra. Y'all got the game on the real networking thing. So y'all go ahead and pump this video and let the algorithm feel y'all. Feel us. Matter of fact, feel us. All right. So Gemini rising. Thank you so much for being here. So if Gemini is on your rising, you are ruled by Mercury. Hermes the Great, the messenger God. You are here to bring the information from the spiritual down to the physical. If you've ever felt that you were aligned, guided, if you were shifted into this specific place in your life where you feel like, you know what? I think I'm here to bring the pain. I think I'm here to let these know what Spirit has been letting me know about whatever, this, that, the third. You know what I'm saying? That's some Gemini rising ish. You hear me? About connecting the physical, the spiritual with the physical, connecting the messages that are coming from a higher form, a higher elevation, and bringing them down so that we can understand them, so that we can use our mercurial understanding and awareness on them, so we can gain perception, so we can gain awareness, so we can gain a new level of experience. So this is Gemini rising in a nutshell. Like, these people are all about getting the information. These people are all about identifying new situations, people, places, and things. These people are about gaining knowledge. It's about gaining information, about picking up little information and really almost like a puzzle piece. This is Gemini rising. Gemini risings are the signs that are placing all the pieces together in life and almost like putting them together. Like, it's like they're finding all the pieces, they treasure hunting them, scavenger hunting them, and they put them all together so that we can see that Sagittarius energy, that bigger picture, right? So with Gemini on your rising, you are a person who is very communicative. You probably have a lot of friends. You probably, honestly, Gemini on the rising, you are a heavy mover. Like, you are a person who don't stay in too many places at once. Kind of like Aries on the rising. Like, y'all be in and out of situations, in and out of scenes, right? Gemini rising, this is a person who is rooted in their community. You know what I'm saying? They have their thumbprint. They have their finger on the pulse of their community. Whether this is a club promoter, whether this is a person who is in politics, whether this is a person who is in the politics of their community. It doesn't really matter what your neighborhood. You could be a realtor. It doesn't matter what your neighborhood of expertise is. But Gemini rising is definitely a person who is one, big on community, and two, they are grounded and they are known by their community. This is the person who has that well-known name in the community. Like, people know them. Like, people know you, Gemini rising. Like, who can I get to do such? Like, Gemini rising is that person that people come to almost like a hub or a center to ask about. I need my car fixed, or I need to get these shirts did, or you know what I'm saying, I need somebody to rent out a venue. Gemini rising know the person. Like, they definitely know the person. They can connect you with the person. They are the networker. They are definitely like an Aquarius on the rising. Like, Aquarius on the rising, they know all the people. Gemini on the rising, they connecting you with all the people. They're like, oh, I got Sam number. Yeah, he owed me a favor. Yeah, I got such and such number. Like, very much Gemini on the rising. Again, Gemini on the rising, this person could come from a big family, have a lot of siblings, or just have a lot of cousins as well. Just again, like I said, come from a big family, or just claim a lot of people as a cousin. Everybody Gemini rising cuz. Oh yeah, that's good. Them my cuz. Them my cuz over there. Like that's very much Gemini rising energy. Like it's family, it's community. And they were raised like that. They even may have been raised by someone who was a community leader, or someone who was close to the community or had their thumb in the community in that very same way. All right, so with Gemini in your first house, or Mercury in your first house, in the house where Mars normally sits, this also makes you a person that's very anxious. That makes you a person that's very quick with your words. You know what I'm saying? People probably know you. You could be a rapper too, Gemini on the rising. Like this is the person who people know you for your words. They know you for your level of thinking, your craftsmanship when it comes to making a plan or strategizing. I can see this as a war general, a marshal, things like that. People who plan, but they also plan with other people in mind. They think about the small details. Gemini on the rising also in regards to your ego. With Gemini ruling, oh, that's that jam. I don't own copyright in this music. Again with Gemini on the rising, or in the first house, meaning Mercury is ruling your entire chart. So this also could lead to nervous issues or nervous tics and things like that. On the rising, like impulsiveness as well, within that Mars and Mercurial conjunction there. Also, Gemini on the rising, very young face. These people have a very young look to themselves, very youthfulness. Like this is a person that's lighthearted, very playful. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a person who has also a dualistic quality to themselves. They can master a look. You know what I'm saying? They can be super tomboy, or they can be drop dead gorgeous. They can be bum Bianca or gorgeous Gloria. That kind of vibe. Or they can be masculine or feminine. I can see with the Gemini on the rising, because this is that androgynous energy. And these people can literally, they can bag either sex, period. You know what I'm saying? Also, too, Gemini on the rising, I feel like these people are very, these are good looking people, right? Like I said, they be youthful, they be giving fresh face, fresh glow, like they giving good laughs and good times, and they're all the conversations, they know all the people. Yeah, Gemini on the rising, I feel like it's very captivating for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just like, oh, who that is? Oh, they're a chameleon in this room. They they work in the room, Yeah. So that's all I'm going to say right now for Gemini rising. But Gemini rising, for all the risings, I'm going to come back and just give you a rising video. Because, it's so much to be said about that rising, honey. My. Very much a lot to say about the rising. So, but anyway, we're going to move on to the fourth house. So, with the Gemini rising, you have Virgo in your fourth house. So, Virgo is the maiden. This is the energy of service, of health, organization, Liz, that kind of thing. So I feel like your mother with the Virgo in the fourth house, she could have been very critical of you, Gemini rising, and making sure you like one of those mothers who made sure you had your grammar, you said that wrong word out of place, or who was just always criticizing you, not even say criticizing you, but just very critical of your expression, how you express yourself. Like if you was too loud, or you was, if your words were out of place, or, your grammar wasn't right. I feel like that's Virgo in the fourth house. Also, a mother who was very big on education and making sure that you definitely got your early childhood education, and probably would go to the school, and cause a scene. If she found out that the teacher wasn't treating her baby right, if he wasn't getting the same education as the other kids, and that's very much a thing with Virgo in the fourth house. I can also see Virgo in the fourth house, or the energy around that is having a home that was very encouraging on the smaller details in life. Like maybe your family wasn't a family that was big on, you know, big gatherings or big detail or big, you know, big things. Like maybe Christmas may not have been a big thing for you. And not to say your mom didn't like, you know, decorating things for that like that. But to me, Virgo in that fourth house, this is like, you know, more smaller, more like intricate things. Like I'm gonna make sure you know the lights are on, the roof is over your head, you got food on the table, but you may not have a Christmas gift. You know what I mean? Like, or you know, I may have it. It may be a couple days late or something like that with Gemini on the rise, and like, and also to your parents probably being forgetful too, but forgetful in a way of like I'm so busy taking care of the necessities on an everyday basis. Also, Virgo energy gives me that you could have stayed with a grandparent or just had a heavy influence of a grandparent. And just like those kind of like old school ways of doing things. Also with Virgo in your fourth house, we'll do it together. I think that's all we're gonna say for Virgo right now. Like, I don't want to give too much because we're gonna do some separate videos of each of these. Because now I'm like, wait, this I could like break this all the way down. Like this is situation here. So we don't want a video to get too long. We're already 11 minutes. Seventh house. But yeah, going back to the fourth house though, your mom was very, very particular about her house, the way it was clean, the way it was done, like where things were done in her house. She was very, very particular about those things, and you may have even felt like a prisoner at times of like, you know, like just like militant. You know what I'm saying? Like mom was very militant. Sagittarius in the seventh house. This is your relationships, your partnerships. This is what you see in a partner, what you need from a partner, what you attract. Right, what you kind of like and stuff, whatnot. So Gemini rising, you have Sagittarius in the seventh house. So this is you loving a partner who has a higher level of education, who sees life through a different perspective that allows you to grow from that perspective, allows you a new perspective to learn. Sagittarius in the seventh house also is a person who is abundant, someone who has that experience. You know what I mean? Who's not just telling you about, you know, about these facts about a place that they've never been. You want someone who is well experienced, well researched, well traveled. Also with Gemini rising and Sagittarius in the seventh house, you definitely need someone who's going to take you on those adventures as well. You know what I'm saying? Take you out of your normal, your everyday box. Like I said, Gemini on the rising is tapped into the everyday life, the everyday community of things, the everyday flow of how things permeate or how everything goes in the community. That's the best way to say it. But having that partner that kind of takes you out of those communal struggles or those communal strengths and shows you like a global scope of things definitely really allows the Gemini to have a bigger perspective and a wider range of perspective. Also to the Sag in the seventh energy allows the Gemini to just laugh and have a good time. And Gemini loves that lightheartedness. It loves a little bit of superficialness, you know what I mean? But yeah, so that's also really good for Sag. And Sag energy can be also a little bit careless, and Gemini can definitely like to have those dualities. Like one day I'm like, you know, super on, you know, care mode, and the next day I'm carefree mode. You know what I mean? So it definitely having that adaptability with that Sagittarius energy will be helpful for Gemini on the rising. Also, Sag, I have to say this about Sag energy. It's a different level of commitment. So Gemini doesn't feel like tied down. Gemini on the rising doesn't feel tied down within their relationships. Like Sag in the relationship or that energy is a partner who allows you to have your freedom, who allows you to, you know, do the things that you need to do mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And also someone who I cannot forget to mention is that energy in your seventh house is saying also too that you need someone who who is going to tap into your mental space, who is going to fuck the mind, who is going to love the mind, who is going to help you accelerate, generate new ideas and things like that. So that is what's most sexy for you. It's the biggest turn on Gemini rising. All right. 10,000 energy. This is your Pisces energy. So 10,000 is our status, our careers, how we feel in our career and our status, how we want to achieve status and career in this lifetime. And you have the energy of Pisces. So this is the energy of wanting to do a lot of things at once, but also too, what I get with the Pisces energy, wanting to help people who have mental health issues, people who are all over the place, people who seem scattered, who are lost, people who are homeless, people who are dejected from society in any kind of way, people who are in institutions, insane asylums, things like that, wanting to help those to really regain their sense of self, to really regain their sense of mental clarity, emotional clarity. Again, like I said, Gemini likes to do little projects, you know what I mean? Like to gain information. So meeting new people, working on new projects with them to better their mental health, to better their spiritual health, their emotional health, their physical health. That is definitely going to be something Gemini on the rising is going to be interested in and is going to be gravitated towards within their career. Also, with Pisces in the 10th house, this is a very spiritual house. So this is having a career that delves in or dives into, again, like I said, bringing people to or helping them through their spiritual journeys or development, working in rehab centers and things like that. Gemini rising may be enticed to as well. This is the energy of hidden enemies. So even working with their enemies as well, working with people or energy, again, like I said, Gemini wants to be able to understand people, places, and things in two-way. So working in different I'm trying to think of a job that would give you so many different diverse people, like a social worker, you know what I mean? Like working with different people in different scenarios and situations and trying to help them find the best solution to alleviate their current situation. So I can see that as well. Again, just psychologists, things like that as well, psychiatrists, anyone working in mental health. I can see that you gravitating towards that. On a lighter note, a job for Pisces in the 10th, Gemini on the rising, working working in a nursing home, working in a kid's juvenile center, working at a park, I can see as well, working around water, lifeguard, that kind of thing. Working in also like maybe not that place. I'm trying to think of like a lighter job. That you would be gravitated towards. Again, it's going to be something around service and serving people. So that literally can be anything, and that could be fast food. That can be working in a hotel as well. But again, like I said, going back to those places that are mostly like that helping that person get from a rehabilitated state or rehabbing state to a more healthier ground. I can see that for the Gemini rising, that intriguing you. Yeah. I'm really trying to think. Or also too, Gemini on the rising. I'm sorry, I totally forgot. Pisces in 10th house. This is also the music industry. This is also writing for others, music, things like that. This is I'm so sorry. Like as soon as that came in, I'm like, wait a minute. Don't forget about my artists out here. Don't forget about my songsters. Don't forget about my painters. Don't forget about that level of craft, expression, anything that allows you to express oneself. So any kind of level of self-expression. I totally forgot to mention that. But like I said, I'm gonna break down each of these placements because it's so much to say. And I notice when I get in these videos, I'm like, oh my God, we 20 minutes in like this video, and I haven't even said anything that I'm really scratching the surface kind of vibe. So thank y'all so much for listening. Thank you so much for being a part of my astrology series, I guess I can say, like my journey to astrology. And and helping you guys understand and allowing you guys to help me understand based on your own experience. Because if you're a real Gemini rising, baby, put your stuff down in the bottom. I'm trying to learn from you. You feel me? Like, I'm taking notes. Like, I'm definitely that astrologer. I'm taking notes. This is an everyday practice for me, and I've been practicing for the last four years, like off and on, but I've been really on it the last 2 years, and I'm really excited to share the knowledge that I have with you guys, and hope that it helps your self-development, your growth in this moment, your ability to understand yourself in a better way or understand the world around you, because astrology honestly allows us to either have grace or space. I'm either have grace for you, I'm gonna have space for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm either have grace for myself, I'm gonna give myself space from the things I can't have grace for until I can have the grace. Like, that's how I look at it, and it's deeper than that, and it's deeper than raps, and I love it, and I love it for its intricacy. So thank you guys again for being on the journey with me. Again, if you want to book your tarot readings with me, it's tarotbykdos.com. I'm here in Tallahassee, Florida. Gang, gang, bang, bang in the capital city. You know what I'm saying? You know the thing, you know the vibes. But yeah, it's virtual readings. So if that's something you're into, I'm down with that. If not, I'm down with that. Yeah. Peace and blessings. Have a night. Gang, gang.